Hey guys, Squirrel Shades here. We're actually doing something a little bit, out of the ordinary. I mean, it's not too out of the ordinary. This is the 5th Showdown video. I believe it's the 5th video. But, it's a new tier. And this is a tier that I've not done much with at all. Even long before when I used to be very interested in competitive battling, before I am now, obviously. I'm getting back into it now. But, before, when I used to be interested in competitive a lot, I had never really ever even thought of trying out NU. It's never really a tier that's really appealed to me. There are some Pokemon in NU that I really like, but not really for competitive. I really just like them in-game, and honestly, a lot of the Pokemon in NU are just really good in-game Pokemon. As you could probably see from the team I have here, these are some, in my opinion, these are some Pokemon that I would use all the time in-game, and it's a really good time. Anyway, NU is such a weird tier to me. Like, it's so different, because sometimes you see stuff that you look at it and you're like, how is this ever going to be viable competitively? You look at it and you're like, its stats are terrible, why am I using this? And like, not that they're terrible, not that they're actually terrible, but you have to be creative in NU, because you have the Pokemon, I'm going to use my team as an example, you have Pokemon like Manta here, Mantine. You have the Mantine here. Mantine is not any... Like, I never would have imagined Manta to be good competitively. It is in NU, it's very good in NU, but it's not a Pokemon I ever imagined being very competitive, or at least competitively viable. And then you have other Pokemon in NU like freaking Charizard. I'm not a big fan of Charizard, in fact I almost dislike Charizard, but I will not deny the fact that it's powerful, and it's very good in competitive battling, especially Mega Evolved in OU, but and it also works in NU. Surprisingly enough, just because the fact that it's fire flying and takes so much damage from Stealth Rock, I guess, warrants the fact that it has to be an NU, which is crazy to me. Even though I don't like Charizard that much, I would never have guessed that he'd be an NU. And then we have other ones like Lilligant, which I'm a big fan of Lilligant in-game. I love using Lilligant in-game, it's great. Mostly just because of Quiver Dance, but I'll get to that in a second. You got Weezing, and of course, Audino, Mega Audino, which I think is the only Mega Evolution in NU, which is kind of funny if you think about it. But, and then we have Malamar, which is probably not my favorite 6th Gen Pokemon, but when 6th Gen was first announced, I was most looking forward to Malamar. So, even though I haven't actually used Malamar very much in-game, or competitively actually, because I hardly ever do NU, I'm very excited to get to use it here, because Malamar is very interesting the way it works. Anyway, let's go over the team real quick, just to let you guys expect how I'm going to use each team member in these battles. So first off, we got the core I wanted to start out with for this team. This is also a team I made months ago, so I very well might not remember most of the team members, and very well remember most of the moves on this team, and what role each Pokemon is supposed to play. So if I'm a little rusty in these battles, well, that's why. But anyway, we have Weezing right here. I guess I chose Weezing as my core just because he's really defensive. I like choosing defensive Pokemon as the core of my team, as the first Pokemon to start with, because it's typically the best thing you want to start out with, is a good defensive core. Because if you don't have any defense on your team, sure, you might get lucky and just completely dominate every other Pokemon on the other side, but you need to have some defense to be able to switch into reliably, to be able to heal with, to just mess with the other team. You need that annoying tank, and Weezing on this team is one of those annoying tanks. On this Weezing, I decided to give it a Black Sludge just because it's a very good item for any poison type to hold. It's basically just leftovers, but if you're not a poison type, it's actually going to do damage to you. Now, it doesn't poison you, you got to keep that in mind, it just does damage. So if you try to give Black Sludge to, say, a Gliscor with Poison Heal, it's not going to heal it. It's just going to do damage to it because it's not going to get poisoned. Because obviously, well, that's just not how it works. And then its ability, of course, is Levitate. Immunity from ground types is always nice. And then we have Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is one of my favorite moves. It's not very accurate, but just burning them, it's a very nice move to have, especially when your opponent has a lot of physical attackers. Namely, physical attackers that aren't fire types, but I don't think in NU there are too many physical fire types, so I don't think I need to worry about that, namely. But anyway, other than Will-O-Wisp, we have other moves like Pain Split, need that to heal, but we could also do some damage to the opponent, which is always nice. Sludge Bomb, Stab, poison type move. Obvious choice there. And then Flamethrower for coverage. Also, there's a chance of getting another burn off the Flamethrower, so if Will-O-Wisp is missing a lot, or if I just don't feel like going for a Will-O-Wisp, getting just a bonus burn from the Flamethrower is always nice. Plus, Flamethrower is just very accurate, so it's a good move to have. And then Lilligant. By the way, we named the Wheezing James after the Team Rocket member, obviously. And it's shiny, yay. A lot of shinies on this team. Anyway, we have Lilligant. Named Lily, for obvious reasons, and it's holding the Life Orb, and that's because Lilligant is going to be our primary special sweeper. I know there's another Charizard on the team right now, and you think, why isn't Charizard the special sweeper? Because Lilligant is one of the best special sweepers alive, not just in NU in my opinion. Honestly, if you're doing an OU battle, I'm not even joking right here, Lilligant could probably do work if you use it correctly. Mind you, you don't want to use nothing but NU Pokemon in an OU battle, that's obvious. But, I don't know, sometime in the future, if I ever start doing OU battles, I might just throw in a Lilligant in the team. Just because Lilligant is one of my favorite Pokemon. Quiver Dance is such a good move. There's no way this thing won't be able to do at least a little bit of work. And it's great. So anyway, we have Lily the Lilligant, the ability, Chlorophyll, so it could speed up in the sun, so that's why we have our Sunny Day Charizard waiting right there, just so we can get that sun up and double our speed to make sure we can sweep as much as possible. And then she's holding the Life Orb just because that's a very good item for sweepers, you know. And at the same time, we won't have to worry about the damage doing too much to Lily because we taught her Leech Seed, which will be able to heal up most of that Life Orb, you know, damage over time. You know, we're just gonna be able to not even have to worry about it and just take out the Pokemon that are in front of us. Even though, although we probably will end up killing them in one hit if we can set up correctly. However, if we Leech Seed while we're setting up, that could be a very good strategy as well to make up for any damage that they end up doing to us. Now that I think about it, the Leech Seed on this set is really odd. I probably didn't take that from Smogon. I probably just threw that in there for whatever reason. But I don't know. Maybe it'll work out. I'm not going to change anything in this team right now. I made this team months ago, so it might be a little weird, but hey, we'll roll with it. And obviously, I've mentioned Quiver Dance so many times now. Quiver Dance Bug-type move raises your special attack, speed, and special defense. One of the best moves in the game, in my opinion. Maybe even my favorite move in the game. Not many Pokemon get this move. Not very many at all, and very few good Pokemon get this move. The only other Pokemon I think off the top of my head that might get this, and I might be completely wrong, might be Illumise. Maybe. I don't know if it does. I might be thinking of Tailglow, but I think Tailglow is for Volbeat. I'm not sure. My point is there are very few good Pokemon that get Quiver Dance. But Lily gets Quiver Dance, and it's the best move by far you can have on the Lilligant. If you're doing doubles, I would definitely recommend Teeter Dance, because that confuses every other Pokemon on the field, including your own, but it's still a very good move. But Quiver Dance, still, like, actually I can definitely say Quiver Dance is my favorite move in the game. It's like the entire reason I love Lilligant so much. And obviously we have Giga Drain on it to make up for even more lost HP from the Life Orb, and just from setting up and taking hits. And then the Hidden Power Ice for coverage, because they can really help against, I don't know, ground types, other grass types, flying types, namely. Which I guess maybe there are a lot of flying types in NU, just because flying types take a lot of damage from Stealth Rocks, and they typically have a lot of weaknesses, so they're typically not great in battles. I'm just going to say that. And right now that I'm talking about flying types, to get to the part where I talk about the two flying types on the team, Charizard and Mantine. Oh man, I just noticed this just now that we have two flying types. This is not looking good to me. It might work out, I don't know. Maybe there aren't too many rock and electric types that we'll have to worry about, but who knows. I know next to nothing about NU and the other Pokemon in it besides these 6, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. But anyway, we have Charizard the Deathwing. You can tell I'm a fan of Hearthstone because I named this guy after that card, just because I think his shiny kind of looks like Deathwing. So, yeah. Now, of course, we gave Charizard the Leftovers, just because, again, that's a very good item to have on any Pokemon. Just heals HP gradually each turn, it's very nice. Then we give him the ability Solar Power, which I forget exactly what Solar Power does. It is Sunny Day is active, this Pokemon's special attack is 1.5. So it raises its special attack, but it loses 1/8 max HP per turn. So that would be why I gave it the leftovers. Now that makes even more sense. Anyway, give this thing solar power just to power up its moves in the sun, because, like I said, we're going to be trying to run a sun team. Because Lilligant has the ability to chlorophyll, which will double its speed. Not just raise its speed, double its speed when the sun is out. So if we can get the Sunny Day up with Deathwing, before we send out Lilligant, it would be beautiful. Now, I could have also given Charizard the Heat Rock, just to lengthen the amount of sun that we can get out. But I don't think I need the sun to be out that long, honestly. I do need to set up with Lilligant, but I think it'll only take about maybe 1 or 2 Quiver Dances before I'm going to be ready to just dominate with Giga Drain and Hidden Power Ice, and maybe even throw out a few Leech Seeds. So I don't think I'm going to need the sun out too long. I just need it out just in case I don't have enough time to set up enough, or if I just hardly need to set up at all. But anyway, yeah. His moveset, of course, is Sunny Day, obviously. Flamethrower. I know we already have Flamethrower on Weezing, but hey, it's a stat fire type move. It's 100% accurate. It has a chance to burn. Very good move. And we have Air Slash for the flying type stab, which while flying type doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, it also has a lot of coverage for grass types, bug types, fighting types even. Fighting types are very common just in any tier in my opinion, so want to be wary of those fighting types. And then Dragon Pulse, just because another strong, reliable move, super effective against Dragon, and only Dragon, but still, it's a nice move to have. And to take care of a few specific threats. And then we have Mantine. This is a little weird to me. I can't really picture why I really needed to add this to the team. I didn't really need a flying type. I already have one Levitator and Charizard, so I'm not sure why I added Mantine. It is a water type, which again, I don't really need water types either because I'm using a sun team. So water type moves don't really make much sense when they're going to be powered down in the sun. But anyway, we have Mantine here. I guess I added him just for the special bulk, which I can understand that at least, but I can't really picture this thing taking too many hits, especially if there's an electric type on the field. So I'm a little worried about the Mantine, but we'll see what he can do. He's holding the leftovers again, just like Charizard, except this is a tank, so we want him to have as much HP as possible, so it just makes sense to give him the leftovers. And get him even more HP, we're going to try to switch him in anytime anytime I think the opponent is going to try to use a water type move, just so he can heal up if he's already taken some damage, or to just switch him in for the water immunity for a free switch, which is always nice. And like I said, Weezing is our annoying tank, well, Mantine is our second annoying tank, but he's the special tank, so he's going to be switching in on any special attackers so we can Toxic them, we can Air Slash them. We have another Air Slash just for reliable flying type stab, so we can have some sort of damaging move that won't be powered down by the sun, because we also have Scald, which is another burn inducing move. We have a lot of moves that can burn on this team, and I really like that, because burn is probably my favorite status condition. It's very good, not only on physical attackers, but also on any Pokemon whatsoever, just because it whittles them down. It's always a nice little bonus to whittle down their HP, and if I'm not already trying to Toxic them, then getting a bonus burn is very nice. And then Defog for the Stealth Rocks, because, again, like I've said, we have 2 flying types in our team, and one of them is going to get devastated by Stealth Rocks. So as long as, if there are still Stealth Rocks on the field, we're going to want Mantine to be in there to defog and get them out. Now, if there are Spikes on the field, or maybe even Sticky Web, I might try to defog Sticky Web if that becomes a problem, but Spikes, I can't really picture those ever being an issue, unless they're Toxic Spikes, which could serve a definite problem for my Lilligant, and for the Audino, and even the Malamar, just because those are the only ones that are going to be affected by them, but they really don't want to be poisoned. Audino is a tank. I don't want my tank to be poisoned. Cthulhu, the Malamar, he is just supposed to be a physical sweeper. I really don't need him to be poisoned. If maybe he was able to get guts, that'd be beautiful, but he can't get guts, okay? So we definitely don't need our Malamar poisoned. And Lilligant, we definitely don't want poisoned. Even though she can heal, we really don't want her taking even more damage with the Life Orb. So that's those 3, even though they're the only 3 that can get poisoned, we really just don't want them to be poisoned. However, Audino can serve as the solution for that, because Bertha, our Audino, is a Mega Audino, and Mega Audino's ability is called Healer. which has a 30% chance to heal any ally's status condition any turn, which is incredibly useful if we end up getting poisoned. But also, that's a very unlikely situation. I know I'm worrying so much about these toxic spikes, but it's not very likely that we'll run into those. Watch me run into them on the first battle. It's gonna happen. Anyway, we have our Mega Audino here. I know the ability says Regenerator, but that's before it Mega Evolves. But even though it is Regenerator before Mega Evolves, Regenerator is still a good ability. So we might want to wait and hold off the Mega Evolution if we really want to get some HP back on a bad switch-in we got. So, yeah, that's not a bad option to rely on that Regenerator for at least a couple turns before we Mega. And then it has the moves Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Wish, and Protect. Calm Mind so we can tank special hits even better. Our special defense isn't all that's cracked up to be compared to our defense, so getting more special defense as well as more special attack for the Dazzling Gleam is always very nice. Although he's not, or Bertha, she's probably not primarily going to be a special attacking sweeper. However, she could manage to do that if we could get enough Calm Minds. That's not her primary mission or role. Because we want her to wish up, heal up any members on our team that are not doing too good on HP, and just protect, so we maybe he can heal himself or herself while the wish is up. Alright, sorry for the cut there, just had to take care of something, but yeah, Audino, Mega Audino, that's basically her role is just to heal up the HP of the other members. It's not a lot, it's not a huge role for Mega Evolution, which is weird because Megas are typically used to, you know, sweep or just give a huge threat onto the field, but Mega Audino's not much of a threat. It's just another tank to put on the field. It's just more bulk. It's mainly just there for support, which isn't a bad thing. Having a good support is always a nice thing to have on a good team. Anyway, that's Mega Audino for you. And then we have Malamar, the Cthulhu the Malamar. Malamar is very interesting. It has the ability Contrary, which is not the only thing that gets Contrary, but it's probably one of the best things that do get it. The ability Contrary makes it so any moves that would normally lower your stats raises them, but also at the same time makes it so any moves that raise your stats lower them. But that's very good for Malamar because it lets it use a little move called Superpower, which normally lowers your attack and defense. What's it do for Malamar with Contrary? Raises your attack and defense each time you use it, and it's already a 120 power move. It's amazing. If you can just start spamming Superpower, even though it's not stab, it's going to do so much. It's going to raise your stats so high. It's a beautiful move. It's wonderful. And then on top of that, we have the Choice Band to power up its physical attack even more. And if we get locked into the Superpower, as long as there are no Ghost types, that's a perfect situation to be in. Even if we're against a Psychic type's not going to do anything to us. It really isn't, unless it has a Fairy type move. But, I don't know. I feel like there are a few Psychic types in NU that will have a Fairy type move. And then, yeah, other than that, we have Switcheroo if we really don't want the Choice Band on a particular Pokemon we're against, or if we just want to screw over the other Pokemon. Like if we're against a special attacker who looks like he's about to try and set up or use some random moves like Encore or Yawn somehow, I don't know. I'm just saying weird moves that you wouldn't want to be choiced into. If there's ever a situation like that, we could just Switcheroo, give them the Choice Band, they'll be locked in to a terrible move, and then we'll have whatever their item was, maybe leftovers, maybe another choice item, like a choice scarf, or choice, hopefully not choice specs, that'd be awful. But a choice scarf wouldn't be bad. It would raise our speed up pretty nicely. And then, yeah, after that we just have Psycho Cut, some good Psychic type stab, and then Night Slash with a high chance to crit. Neither of its other moves really take advantage of Contrary, but that's not a problem actually. So Superpower is all we need to take advantage of that Contrary, raise our attack and defense, and just get some nice bulk and physical attack up, so we can just sweep the team with a physical attacker. So at the moment, this team, I think it looks pretty good. We have a lot of bulk with the Mantine. We have a lot of bulk with Manta, Bertha, and Lily. Not Lily. Lily's not bulk. James, Manta, and Bertha are all our bulk. They're going to be very good for bulk. Very good for bulk. And then we have our sweepers, Lily, and Cthulhu. And at the same time, Bertha could also serve as a sweeper, which is very nice. And then we just have our support. As much as I wouldn't want to call Charizard a support, he's mainly just there for support. The main role he has is setting up that Sunny Day. He has a lot of damaging moves, Flamethrower, Air Slash, and Dragon Pulse, but that's just so we can have some sort of coverage to survive. And Obviously, of course, Audino is our other support for the Wish, the healer. It's very good support. Now that I think about it, Audino's actually there for every single role, so that's actually 3-in-1 package right there. It's a very nice Pokemon to have, and NU, I suppose. Anyway, let's get right into this and start our first NU battle. Alright, let's see who we're up against. Come on. Taking a while to search here. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Wobbuffet. That's very interesting. The Raticate, I know it's gonna have guts, because that's just what Raticates do. But this Wobbuffet, ooh man, I know its moveset at least, because Wobbuffet can only get those 4 moves, but that is a very scary thing to see. Now I don't have any Stealth Rocks or Spikes or any entry hazards whatsoever, so it's I'm open to open up with anything I want. Now I notice he has a lot of physical attackers. The only special attacker I see on his team is his Cricketune. So I'm thinking I should definitely open with a physical tank. So I should either open with Bertha or James. I'm thinking James because I can burn everything on his team. If I get locked in against a Wobbuffet, I can whittle down with Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split and either force him to switch out. So I'm going to open with James. We're going to see what he opens with. He did open with the Wobbuffet. I am perfectly fine with that. So we are definitely going to Will-O-Wisp and just play the slow game here. Might end up for another really long match like we did. Well, I don't think this recording worked. Never mind. I'm talking about recordings that never got uploaded. Anyway, he's trying to mirror coat me. He knows I have special attacks because that's the thing that James or Weezing would probably do the best. That's why I gave him Sludge Bomb and Flamethrower. So he knows we're going to be using special attacks. But anyway, I can't switch here. He can switch if he wants, but I don't know if he will. But I'm just never going to use any offensive moves. I can't use Pain Split because that's just going to heal him, so I'm just going to have to use Will-O-Wisp again. Hopefully he'll switch eventually and I'll be able to burn something else. But yeah. He wants me to use a damaging move, but I'm smarter than that. I could try going for one and then just Pain Splitting to heal it back up, which might actually be a smart move. So I'm thinking I might just go for a Sludge Bomb here or maybe a Flamethrower, because I don't want to do too much. So I'm just going to go for a Flamethrower. He switched out into them. Oh my god, he switched into the Cricketune. Oh my god, that was amazing. I'm sorry guys, but that was beautiful. There's nothing better than that. Nothing could have been better than that. But I think now is the perfect time to switch into our Deathwing, because this thing is a special attacker, so he's going to be able to do much more damage to this than the Wobbuffet ever could. So I'm just going to go to Deathwing. Any Bug-type move he decides to use is not going to do a thing. Used Heal Bell to get the burn off his Wobbuffet, which is good for him. But I think I should be fine just to set up the Sunny Day, unless he switches back into the Wobbuffet. However, which would be quite a problem, now that I think about it. Ooh, oh boy. If he switches back into this Wobbuffet, I could Night Slash with Cthulhu, but again, that wouldn't be very good either. I don't want to be locked into physical moves with a Wobbuffet on the field. Okay, I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to set up the Sun. He's going to switch back to his Wobbuffet. No, he didn't switch back to his Wobbuffet. This is very good. This is very, very good. He's giving me a free switch into my Lily. Sure, Lilligant's going to take some damage from maybe an Earthquake. I really hope this thing... Oh, this thing might have Ice Punch. It's very possible that this thing might have Ice Punch. I should play it safe and switch into something that can deal with this slightly better. Oh boy. Okay, so I know he has some sort of Rock-type move, and he's probably going to try to use a Rock-type move. So maybe I can just go to Lily. I'm gonna go to Lily. I'm just gonna go to Lily. Use Stone Edge. That did a lot of damage. I'm not even gonna be able to set up here. I just have to go for the Giga Drain. Hopefully he doesn't have Ice Punch. He shouldn't outspeed, and we one-shot with Giga Drain. That's beautiful. We're back all the way up to full. That was a wonderful turn. And so wonderful, he forfeited the battle. Great. Okay. Not so... I'll take the victory, but that's not very good for a video, so... Gonna have to try to find another battle. Okay, here we go. This is terrifying. Oh my god, this thing is absolutely horrifying. The Tauros, the Aggron. Aggron is the thing that stands out the most to me. The Beheeyem's intimidating too, but I think I could take care of the Scyther. I can take care of the Xatu. And Hitmonchan is interesting. Was that Hitmonlee? I think that's Hitmonlee. Isn't it? No, that is Hitmonchan. Never mind. Aggron is the thing that stands out most to me. We can't open with Charizard because I feel like he's gonna open with the Aggron, hoping for the Stealth Rocks or something. So I might open with Manta, or maybe James, so we can get the burn. I think James is our best opener, just in general. He might recognize that and go for Behem or Xatu. Actually, Xatu probably has Stealth Rock. I might go with Cthulhu, actually, then. You know what? No. We go with Cthulhu. He can do a thing to Cthulhu. With a Scyther, maybe? But I highly doubt the Scyther is going to be his opener. His Tauros, perfect. He can superpower and hit anything on his team. He might switch to the Scyther just to take it a lot better. But, I'm reliable. I can trust in the fact that this superpower will still do a ton of damage to the Scyther if he switched it in. And he didn't switch it in. Cthulhu lives with 8%. Even if Cthulhu dies here, which it very likely is going to die, and there's no point in switching out to save it, it's done. This Cthulhu's done. He did its job, at least. He took care of the Tauros, which is one of the biggest threats in the team, to be honest. So I'll take the Mach Punch from the Hitmonchan. Cthulhu's down, but we got a really good knockout there. Okay, so now we can go to Deathwing. However, this thing, Hitmonchan loves Elemental Punch moves, so it very well might have Thunder Punch. So I'm not going to ever switch in Manta or Deathwing, even though they have Air Slash. I'm thinking we go to Bertha and Mega Evolve. It'll be a neutral hit, but we have the Dazzling Gleam. We'll have to sacrifice a Regenerator, but I think we can manage that. However, James, I can't see you ever having a move that James wouldn't be fine with taking it. You don't have Guts, so I think actually James is our best bet. James is actually our best bet, because we could take as many moves, as many hits from this thing as we want. We can burn anything he chooses to switch in, because he has no fire types, nothing with Guts, so we don't have to worry about that. We have he has Magic Bounce. I completely forgot about Magic Bounce. He saw that Will-O-Wisp from a mile away, and he just completely annihilated my dreams. Alright, we're in a less than helpful situation right now. Unfortunately, Cthulhu is my biggest answer to this Xatu, so I'm actually kind of disappointed I opened with Cthulhu. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. I can't Toxic this thing because Magic Bounce. I could Scald it, hoping for a burn, but I don't really need to burn it that badly. This is a very bad situation. If I could get a good sweep up with a Lilligant in the future, I might be able to Hidden Power Ice it, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, either Deathwing or Manta. I'm going to go with Manta, Special Bulk. You got to rely on that Special Bulk. And it's going for the Calm Mind. This is very, very bad right now. This is incredibly bad. We need a Burn's not even going to save us right now. Oh my god, this is terrible. And it has Psy Shock. That does physical damage. Oh no. We needed Cthulhu. We absolutely needed Cthulhu. And we just let him die. This is not going to go well. Is he holding a King's Rock? No, he's holding Leftovers. What move did he use? He used Air Slash. Okay, that's why we flinched. I just completely derped there. thought he was holding a King's Rock. Ridiculous. Okay, let's go to Bertha. This is our only option right now. We need to bulk up ourselves with Calm Mind just so we can take any of these hits. And this is our best bet right now. He's going to do the same thing. We're just going to spam Calm Mind. That's our best bet. And if we take too much damage, we have Wish. But even so, this thing is getting very huge, and I really don't like that. He knows we're just spamming Calm Mind, so he's just going to spam it as much as he can as well. This is very bad. I just need him to switch up one more time. Oh my god, he used his Psy Shock. I completely forgot about that. Can we get a min roll? We can't get a min roll. I do not think we're going to win this. We don't have a shot. We don't have a shot in the dark. I'm gonna let Deathwing try this. We'll use the flamethrower, see how much we can do. It's not gonna do anything. Yeah. And then he's gonna kill us with the Psy Shock. I'm just gonna forfeit, because this is gonna take way too long for the video. I wanna get one more battle in, because that just was not gonna work. That was a really quick battle. We did not get much in for the fight. We hardly made any progress there after the Cthulhu. The Cthulhu was the one good play, but then that Magic Bounce burn ruined us. It ruined James, it ruined the whole team. And just the fact that we didn't have Cthulhu made it so we couldn't switch anything in on that Xatu. Anyway, this is a terrifying team. Oh my god. Oh, damn. I'm terrified here. We're just getting worse and worse teams as we go on. We'll get the Magmortar. We have the Steelix, which is going to be a huge tank. I might have been wrong. Maybe Steelix is also... Mega Steelix is also an NU. He very well might be, which is very terrifying. We have the Golurk. There's going to be another defensive tank. We have a lot of defense on this team that we're up against. Oh boy. Again, he has a lot of physical attackers, actually. So much so that I think he only has one special attacker, being the Magmortar. So, whew. I'm thinking maybe the best bet is Manta, though, because most of his team is weak to water. He might predict the opener with the Wheezing because of all his physical attackers, so I'm thinking the Mantine. I'm going to go with the Mantine, because I can picture him opening up with the Magmortar. He opened up with Cacturn. Okay, so this is definitely something we're going to want to Toxic. I can't picture this thing having any Electric-type moves, so that's a good thing. He might predict the Toxic and go to Steelix, but even so, I'm okay with that happening. So we Toxic the Cacturn. Use Sandstorm. He has a Sand team. Okay. That would explain all the 2 ground types and the Cacturn. So, should have seen that coming. But we can Air Slash him. Maybe he won't see it coming. We did Air Slash the Cacturn. That was a good hit there. The Energy Ball took a little hit there, but I'm okay with that. We have leftovers. We can heal that back up a little bit. Sandstorm, though, is a little bit annoying. Might see another Air Slash coming, so I think maybe a Scald. However, he's going to want to switch soon, because he needs the Sandstorm to stay up, so I definitely think he's going to switch, so I'm going to go for the Scald. He did not switch. That was a very bad move on my part. He Drain Punched for a little bit of HP back, which is going to matter, because we're getting whittled down quite a bit. However, so is he. I'm just going to go for an Air Slash again. I don't think this guy's switching anytime soon. So, yeah, there we go. The Cacturn's down. Our Manta sort of took quite a bit of damage from that Sandstorm and all those hits, but again, he doesn't have very many special attackers on his team, so we don't primarily need this special bulk. Although it would help against the Magmortar. However, the Magmortar is also going to have guaranteed to have either Thunder Punch or Thunder, so I'm not too worried about Mantine fainting. So yeah, let's just go ahead, go for another Toxic? I think I want to Toxic as much as I can here. He has a Hidden Power that did absolutely nothing to me. I don't know why he went for the Hidden Power. Probably would have been better to go for some sort of Rock-type move, which I'm sure he must have some sort of Rock-type move. But yeah, Sandstorm's gone. If the Cacturn was his only Sandstorm on, then we should be good to go. This Hidden Power is not going to do anything, man. You're really not solving anything. I'm very surprised. This is a special Sand Slash. I just realized that. How is this? Why does this thing keep going for Hidden Power? This is ridiculous. Is he choiced into Hidden Power? Choice Scarf, maybe? I have no idea. Anyway, we're free to go for another Scald. The only thing... Well, we could burn the Samurott, so yeah, Scald's the way to go. Just KO the Sand Slash, and we're doing really good right now, actually. I'm very glad that we opened Mantine. It was a risky play because of all the physical attackers, or what I thought were going to be physical attackers, but apparently special Sand Slash is a thing. Anyway, we got another thing to Toxic here. It does not get Guts, so eat a Toxic. Go Lurk. Beautiful. I love this Toxic. He thinks we're fast. We are not very fast at all. We're fairly fast. We have 176 speed, but that Gyro Ball is not going to do enough, especially if we resist it. I'm not exactly sure what this guy's planning with these moves he's choosing and these switches. But yeah, Hammer Arm dude, that's not going to be it. That's not going to be enough. Mantine, I did not expect him to do this much work. He's not even been whittling them down. It's just been so many super effective Scalds and Air Slash, and like the Toxics come in handy, but the Toxic's hardly done anything at all. He needs to take care of this Mantine. Even though the Magmortar is weak to Scald, it'll be able to take one. I don't know why he isn't switching to the Magmortar, because it could just OHKO with a Thunder, or even just a Thunderbolt, so yeah, even if we're specially bulky. And it's not a Mega Steelix. Either that, or he chose not to Mega Evolve. And now he has Autotomize. That's always the one move I can never pronounce correctly. Anyway, another Scald should KO this thing, even if it outspeeds this. I could see it killing us, but either way, we're going to kill this with Charizard, Lilligant even. Could switch to Coughing and just Flamethrower it. Yeah, Iron Head, not going to do a thing, man. Even though you're especially bulky, Manta, you got enough defense to take plenty of hits. But I'm really happy with this team right now. It is doing so much work. We didn't get to see the rest of the team in this battle. It's just been Manta, but hey, it's working out. I might even have to make a second episode just to show off this team more, because I really want to show off the rest of this team. I'm really disappointed we missed that Toxic. We're not going to be able to Toxic the Samurai. I think this is the end of Mantine's reign. Or not. We did outspeed to get the Toxic off. Must have been a speed tie, because I think he outsped us the first turn. But, yeah, you're a physical attacker. I'm positive of that. So, I'm thinking James, safest bet. I'm going to switch in James. And we're just going to sludge bomb all day, every day. All day, every day. Oh boy, I was wrong. Not a physical attacker at all. Don't let the horn deceive you. It is definitely not a physical attacker. Anyway, I know I'm just showing off at this point because I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna let James die because I am way too confident. But I really do think we're perfectly fine to just win this battle. Because I can't really see him doing anything to really take this back. Anyway, we could go to Lilligant, but I'm almost positive he has Ice Beam. So, he probably has Mega Horn too. Unless he's just special, he could be mixed. So, we'll outspeed with Charizard, and we could Air Slash. I'm gonna go with Deathwing. It's an interesting play. Even if he has Aqua Jet, it's not gonna do enough, so let's just Air Slash for the stab. Yeah, he Aqua Jetted. It did plenty of damage, but it just wasn't enough. And now we have the Mag Mortar, which is an incredibly good Mon, so I would not be surprised if this thing actually won the battle for him, to be honest, but Weezing was going to help out against this thing anyway. It's going to be a special attacker, I'm almost positive, so I'm sure it won't be a problem. I'm definitely not going to Sunny Day because I don't want to power up his Fire-type moves. I almost said Sun-type moves, that's ridiculous. And he's going for Solar Beam. And he disconnected, so I can only believe that means that he has forfeited. But, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video here. If he ends up coming back and reconnecting, then I'm going to, you know, cut back in and show you the rest of the battle. But I believe he just left, so yeah, I feel like this team works very well. We had the one tough run-in with that team where I had to forfeit. That was a very difficult battle. We just got very unlucky break there. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely thinking about making another video after this, just with this team again, because I really want to show off the rest of this team. I want to show off the Lilligant, I want to show off more of the Albino, definitely the Malamar, which hardly got any play after it got destroyed by that Tauros. But yeah, like I said, my defensive Pokemon on this team did so much work. Weezing, I'm pretty sure in the first battle, helped just secured us the win. And Mantine in this battle, don't even get me started on Mantine. Like, holy crap, man. She just completely, not even swept, just was able to just get through all the Pokemon at the beginning. All my rambling he already disconnected completely, so yeah, we definitely won that battle. It was a very good battle. Really did appreciate it. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode of Pokemon Showdown. Hope you guys enjoyed the sort of experimental NU thing I was going for. I've never done NU before, so it's interesting to get into tiers that I don't have much experience in. So yeah, next time we'll do some other crazy tier. Maybe we'll do this team again, but I don't know if I want to do it immediately after we just did this video. But yeah, do expect to see this team again sometime in the future. But cool. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and yeah, peace.